If you want to understand your child's strengths, you have to understand your own strengths. Seeing an exemplar, seeing someone who personifies strengths. That's what an exemplar is. We're going to talk all about love today. Love, really powerful. It is a strength. It is something that can get stronger. We're going to talk about you identifying your strengths, thinking about how you can use your strengths, how you can explore your strengths, and how you can help your kids do all of this as well. Kids have strengths. They use them all the time, sometimes more than we do. They're unaware of it. It's our job, since they are not many adults, to help them articulate their strengths, uncover them, and explore them, to engage with them. What is a strength? A strength is a moral thing. It has a good or a bad quality. Now strengths, these strengths that we're talking about, that were chosen, these strengths elevate those around them. Strengths do not have a positive opposite. They only have a negative opposite. Does that make sense to people? So they all have an opposite, but the opposite is usually very negative. So the opposite of kindness would be cruelty. Strengths are buildable. They're like a muscle. You can make them stronger. And you can have institutions that make them stronger. Families make them stronger, or can. Schools can make them stronger. The next question would be, does your workplace make them stronger? You can't squander a strength. You can't waste love. You can't waste kindness. A talent is different. A talent is an ability. It's some ability you have. It's neutral. It's not moral. When people conscientiously use their top 5 strengths every day, their well-being shifts up and seems to stay up as long as they continue to do it. And those strengths get stronger. They become easier to use, and they use them in more dramatic ways. So gratitude, I already told you, at the end of the day, all you have to do is write down the 3 things you're grateful for and talk about them a little bit. And well-being is elevated. It's one of the few interventions we know that elevate well-being, and it seems to stay elevated. Another gratitude exercise is the exercise of a gratitude letter. This is another really well evidence-based intervention in positive psychology. That's the idea of finding somebody who you love, who you've wanted to thank for a long time, but you haven't. Has anybody done something like this ever? The experience is overwhelmingly powerful, and it lasts. If you savor the experience, they find people's well-being rises and stays up for 3 months at a time, just from one letter, from one experience with a letter. The reason that it's useful to take the VIA is because it's very hard to look at this list and decide of the 24 which it is. You could look at the whole list, and it's that P.T. Barnum effect. You feel like they all relate to you. You use all of them a little bit. When you take the test, it's kind of giving you a little bit of guidance. It might not be perfect, or it could seem like, yeah, that makes really good sense. But it kind of gets the conversation going in a non-threatening way for you. And that's why I'd encourage you to take them. It's just being aware of what the 24 strengths are and how you could develop literally a language for them. The next thing you do is you explore them. And then application. Making sure, as Seligman says, that you're using as many of your top 5 strengths as often as you possibly can. For many of our kids, curiosity is programmed in as one of their top 5 strengths. I'm going to tell you a story about West Point. I'm not going to jump on a grenade for my peers because I'm brave, because I'm a good citizen, because I'm a leader. I'm going to do it because I love the people next to me. It was a really powerful story. Because I think quite often as parents, when we go to read some book or figure out how to help our kids be successful, and it's been a big theme of these talks, right? Relationships, attachments. When we really want to set up our kids to be successful, it is very much about love. Love is valuing close relations with others, in particular those in which sharing and caring are reciprocated, being close to people. That means you have to model these things in your own life, and you have to always be aware of them in your family. Academic achievement among school children, it was perseverance, love, and gratitude. Those are the 3 character strengths that most signify. You need to find the activity that they can engage in. Whenever they are persevering with anything, they are learning perseverance. Child happiness. This is a trick question. What do you think? Parental self-regulation. So this would be my challenge to you. How regulated are you with your kids? If you left here with something really concrete in your head, to do that one thing, to use a strength in a really novel, interesting way, you'll be enriched by it. Thank you.